If someone says to me, and I've heard it in my travels, without the dear leader, we are lost. We are nothing. It used to be said in Italy in the Mussolini period, il duce ha sempre ragione. The leader is always right. Mussolini is always right. Ein Reich, ein Volk, ein Führer. We only need one leader, one people, and one regime. All of this has the smack of the totalitarian. And without the leader, we'd be lost. We'd have no choice but to commit suicide. I say, we've come this far with Jim. Let's drink it now. Without him, we're nothing. With most of those sort of invocations, one hears instantly, or rather, I would say one smells instantly, the unmistakable reek, stench of the totalitarian temptation. And we should be armored. It should be innate in us to resist it. And where it isn't, we should learn how to build it up as a matter of survival. But instead, religious morality asks us to overcome doubt, to overcome skepticism, to leave it behind, to suspect the faculty that of ours is the most precious of all, the ability to philosophize, the ability to think for ourselves, the ability to challenge existing authority. No, that's all to be distrusted. That could be a temptation. The evil one, it's not an accident, says that it's the tree of knowledge of good and evil that at all costs you must avoid, because anything to do with knowledge could immediately turn profane. So we know nothing about the quantum except that there is such a thing. That's as far as we've got with it now. We know it works. We know if you use it, you can measure an extraordinary number of things to an amazing degree, but we don't know how it works. We don't know about galaxy formation. We know a lot about our DNA, but we can't yet use it to cure ourselves. We're miles from doing any of that. I won't re-emphasize the incredible amount we don't know about the cosmological, and the uncertainty principles adumbrated by Werner Heisenberg. All we know is that we know much less and less, but at least we know less and less about much more and more. So is this a time to say we don't need any further inquiry? All we need is faith in the boss? I would say not. It's just as when I am asked, when the question is put, is there free will? The believer will say yes, because we've been given it. Of course there's free will. The big guy says so. Who am I to disagree? Well, that seems to me to be absolutely self-cancelling nonsense. If I say, my answer when I'm asked is there free will? I say, yeah, I think there's free will. We have free will. We have no choice. At least I know I'm being ironic. The people who say, free will, you've got to have it, it's a rule you've got to have free will. It says, don't even know they're being literal. This is the difference between not just the ironic and the literal mind, but between the inquiring and the philosophical, the scientific mind, and the religious one. And that's why they are not just non-overlapping, or rather overlapping, but in a hostile manner, but they're irreconcilable, in my judgment. Socrates, like Jesus, may well not have existed. We don't have any absolute proof. He certainly, like Jesus, didn't write anything down. He only exists as a concept in the minds of his followers. I don't mind about that. It doesn't bother me, because I don't say that he died and my sins were as a result forgiven.